Hello, fans. Today's game is sure to be a good one. Now set right there with your favorite snacks and let's meet our lion of the day.
Today's video is Reggie Bush. He is represented by a 2014 Panini Absolute, Tools of the Trade Signatures Anniversary, numbered to 20, slab by stats grading. Reggie Bush in a Detroit Lions uniform feels like a quick chapter, but it's one Lions fans still talk about. Because for one season, Detroit got the mismatch weapon version of Bush, burst, space, and big plays. When the Lions signed Bush in 2013, the idea was simple. Give Matthew Stafford an explosive chess piece out of the backfield to pair with the offense's firepower. And in year one, it worked. In year two, injuries flipped the story. Detroit didn't bring in Reggie Bush just to hand him the ball between the tackles. They wanted versatility, screens, swing passes, routes against linebackers, and runs that stretch defenses sideline to sideline. Put a defender in space with Bush, and that's a problem. 2013 is the season that defines Bush's Detroit run. He led the Lions in rushing, broke the 1,000-yard mark on the ground, and added serious production as a receiver too. That's what made him different. He wasn't just a running back. He was part running back, part wideout, part matchup nightmare. Detroit could motion him out, throw him quick touches, or let him hit the edge. Then suddenly the defense has to defend the entire width of the field. That's exactly what the Lions were buying. Stress, speed, and explosive plays. And if you want the moment that captured the excitement, it's that early season performance against Chicago. Bush popping runs, piling up yards, and ripping off that touchdown that made you sit up like, wait, Detroit really has this kind of weapon right now. For a stretch, it felt like the Lions had an answer for every look a defense wanted to show them. Then comes 2014, and this is where the what-if starts. Bush never really gets to be himself. The ankle issue lingers, the explosiveness isn't as consistent, and the season turns into a cycle of trying to return, trying to spark the offense, and getting knocked back again. The numbers drop, the rhythm disappears, and instead of being the weekly matchup problem, he becomes a player fighting just to stay available. But here's what matters. Even banged up, Bush still battled. When the postseason arrived, he suited up and contributed. It wasn't the same lightning bolt season as 2013, but it showed what kind of competitor he was, playing through it when the team needed bodies and effort. After 2 seasons, Detroit moved on. And that's why Bush's Lions era is remembered the way it is. Short, intense, and loaded with imagine if he stays healthy energy. Reggie Bush's time in Detroit is basically 2 stories in one. First story, 2013. Detroit gets the full mismatch weapon and it's electric. Second story, 2014. Injuries take over and the chapter ends sooner than anyone expected. But even in a short window, Bush gave the Lions something rare. A backfield threat defenses had to game plan for, not just account for. If you enjoyed this deep dive Lions story, drop a like, subscribe, and comment